Hello, and welcome back to another educational YouTube video. I am very much so in my comforts today, so apologies, but you know what? These videos are about being raw and real. And right now, outside Dubai is having a storm and I'm in my cozies. So if you don't like it, you know where to go. But if you are willing to stay, then today I'm going to talk about your metabolism, why it might potentially be damaged and how to fix it. Because if you're a person who struggles to lose weight, you feel like you have to eat really low calories to lose weight, and you maybe gain weight really easily, then this is definitely for you. Maybe you've said, my metabolism is broken, nothing works for me. I used to lose weight so easily and now I can't. You're not imagining it. There is a reason behind it, and this is what I'm going to dive into today. So your metabolism changes over time naturally, and it becomes damaged, as people would call it. It's not forever. It can be reversed. You can do things to help it. But your metabolism can also adapt to chronic dieting, which as women, we tend to diet most of our lives, whether it's keto, whether it's Slimming World, whether it's Slim Fast shakes. You think of it, you name it. All my life growing up, my mum has always been on some sort of a diet. And this is just the culture that we are dragged into as women, that we have to look perfect. So we spend all our years dieting and then not actually enjoying our life. And then what happens is we wreck our metabolism. So first of all, let's clear things up. Your metabolism isn't actually damaged or broken, as people would say. All that is happening is your body is doing exactly what it is evolved to do, and that is to survive. And this includes obviously keeping you alive, digesting food, temperature regulation, movement, exercise, and hormone production. So your body is constantly adapting based on how much energy is coming in. Obviously, if your calories are dropped and really low long term, your body reduces its output to match that. And there's a name for this, and it's called metabolic adaptation. So if you're a woman who's eating 1200 calories, 800 calories over time, constantly, your metabolism is going to adapt to that. So eventually you will stop losing weight, and what you're going to have to do is eat even lower. So 600 calories. That's not maintainable. That's not enough for a child, never mind a fully grown woman who is also going to the gym, who's also working, who's moving a lot. It is not a lot of calories, and it's actually quite dangerous. So when you're dieting aggressively for a long time, your body activates the energy saving mode. And this can look like many things: reduced thyroid production, lower resting metabolic rate, stronger cravings, increased hunger, less spontaneous movements, lower reproductive hormones, which means that your cycle can get affected, and reduced body temperature. So what your body does, it becomes extremely efficient on surviving on less. That's why your progress slows, then stalls, and then reverses. So you start gaining the weight back. And it's not because you lack discipline or you're not doing enough. It's just because your body is trying to survive. So let's talk about chronic dieting and the real problem that we have with it. So the biggest driver of metabolic adaptation isn't that one diet that you do. It's years upon years of dieting and being in a calorie deficit. So this can look like eating in an aggressive calorie deficit, cutting carbs, skipping meals, yo-yo dieting, over-exercising when you're underfueled, and starting again on Monday, every single week for the rest of the year. Every time you diet, your body becomes more cautious every single time. So when women are saying, I'm eating less but I'm gaining weight, here is exactly what is happening. Your baseline calorie needs have dropped. So as I explained before, the lower you eat over a prolonged period of time, your metabolic adaptation happens, and then you're going to have to eat less to actually see results. The hormones that control your hunger and your fullness drop. So your leptin and your ghrelin hormones will drop, and they won't be as sensitive, prominent, what's the word that I'm looking for? Your body will hold onto fat more tightly because it's needing to survive. That's the only thing it can do for survival. And obviously your energy levels will crash because you are not eating enough. So as a result of that, you'll be moving less, not exercising as much, not getting your steps in. And obviously that's going to have an effect on the output as well. And let me add, if you have thyroid issues or stress issues, the adaptation can be a lot more significant as well. Some signs that you might see if your metabolism has adapted are things like feeling constantly tired or cold. You have cravings, whether it's salty or sugary, and then you enter in binge cycles. Your weight loss will stall despite having all these low calories. Low libido, hair thinning, brain fog, poor sleep, loss of cycle, not progressing in the gym. And this is where many women are going wrong. They're pushing harder and harder and harder and absolutely wrecking the body and doing what men are doing. And it's not what they need. What they actually need is a little bit more recovery, a little bit more rest, a little bit more sleep, a little bit more food. We are not men. We are not designed the same. Men have a 24-hour cycle, and that is it. We have a 24-hour and a 28-day for a normal female. We do not function the same. We should not be dieting the same either. So I bet you're thinking, well, how do I fix metabolic adaptation, Dom? Your metabolism can adapt both ways. It can slow down, but it can also recover. So the first step, and you probably know what I'm going to say, and that is eating enough. This doesn't mean you're suddenly going from 800 calories to 2000. Definitely not. It's slowly increasing your calories over time, gradually, to get you to a position where your metabolism is starting to fire and you are closer to your maintenance. And this is scary, and a lot of women will struggle with this. This is why it's so important to have somebody guide you, because it is a minefield. It's a mind over matter, and you'll be petrified of eating those calories because you're thinking, I'm eating low calories and I'm already gaining weight. So what will happen if I start eating more? I'm going to gain more weight. That's not the case. This has happened so many times with my clients, and they're always scared, but they trust me. They've paid for me to guide them through this, and they have come back 4 or 5 kilos lighter in the space of 4 or 5 weeks because the metabolism started to work again. So what I've said just there, that can be called a reverse diet. This can be called a health phase. This can be called a recovery phase as well. And as your food intake increases, you're going to have more energy. Your thyroid production is going to be a lot better. Your sleep will improve. Your hunger will stabilize. And gradually, you're going to have more energy to move. So movement is also going to increase. The second thing that we want to focus on is prioritizing protein and nutrients, because your body needs building blocks to restore its metabolic function. So we're going to have protein for muscle repair, carbs for thyroid, nervous system regulation and energy, and healthy fats for hormones. This is where most women go wrong. They are so scared of fats or even carbs because they think fats will make them fat, carbs will make them fat. No, actually not eating them is making you fat. They are super, super important. And this is how so many women end up with loads of hormonal issues, because they are not eating enough. And the biggest culprit, and I hate it, is Slimming World. It's a no fat diet. Women that have spent years on that, yes, they may have lost weight, but over time, what they're doing is they're wrecking their hormones. They might enter menopause earlier, perimenopause, because they are not eating fats, which are really important for your sex hormones, for example. And why I'm saying this is because undernourished bodies will not function optimally. And number 3, adjusting exercise, because doing more isn't always going to be the better option. And what happens is when we have chronic increased training and very, very low calories, your body just goes into fight or flight stress mode. And again, it's not going to lose body fat then. So when we're in a recovery phase or reverse phase, we want to focus on strength training to build metabolically active tissue. We want to focus on walking because it's low impact and it's very good for our mental health as well. And most importantly, recovery and rest. There is none of this team no days off, because that's not going to help you. Our bodies actually make progress the most when we are asleep, when we are recovering. So taking enough rest days is super important. And forget about that cardio, forget about that HIIT class. We ain't doing that. Number 4 is fixing your stress and your sleep, because stress and poor sleep is going to keep your body in survival mode. And if your body doesn't feel safe, it is not going to lose body fat. So increasing your sleep time, all right, anywhere 7 hours minimum. Downtime, nervous system regulation, whether that's breath work, whether that's meditation, whether that's journaling, whatever that looks like for you. And circadian rhythm, so going to sleep and waking up at the same time is really, really important. Even at the weekends, like I get up at 7, 8 o'clock and I go to sleep about 11. Even at the weekends, yes, the odd night here and there might be a little bit different, but I try to keep that pattern, because your body functions so much better when you have the same sleep-wake cycle all week. And the final step is just be patient. Please be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. You've done years upon years of chronic dieting to wreck your metabolism, so it's going to take time to build it back up again. So if the adaptation took you years to change, it's also going to look, maybe not years to get it back, but not just 2 weeks. It's going to be a little bit longer. So you need a good plan in place. You need to be patient and you need to be consistent. End results are so worth it. You'll have more energy. You'll be able to eat more food, sleep better, lose weight on higher calories, and you'll have energy to actually go to the gym and train and change your body composition to grow muscle and look the way that you always want it to look. And most importantly, your hormones will be balanced. Your thyroid will be working. You're going to have a period, because a lot of women don't have cycles because of chronic over dieting. And that is obviously not healthy, because it means you're infertile. And as women, we all want to have, well, I'm not all, most want to have kids and be fertile. So if you're feeling stuck, exhausted, over dieted, you don't know what to do, you don't need to punish your body further. You don't need to restrict yourself even more. You actually need to start being kind to your body, because your metabolism isn't broken. It is just protecting you. And you are trying to basically kill your metabolism, kill your body. But your body knows it's smart. So it's not going to allow you to do that. So support your body, don't fight against it. And if you need help with this, because I know it can be a minefield, and it was with myself when I dieted for years upon years because I was competing for bodybuilding shows. I used to undereat massively, and then it was so hard to start eating more because I was so petrified for food. I had a really bad relationship with food, but I had a coach to guide me with this, because it's not about not knowing what to do. It's about having that emotional support as well. And trust me, it is well worth it. So if anybody obviously is wanting help, is interested in hormone healing, fat loss, building muscle, whatever it is, drop me a message on Instagram, comment on below in this video. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, and also my website is linked here, so you can all drop me a little message or book in for a consultation call if you need to. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this was useful, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want me to cover.